Welcome to the Eastern Cape Provincial Arts and Culture Council's grant application form explainer video. We seek to create an enabling environment for the development of arts and culture in the Eastern Cape province. Your mind is bursting with ideas. If only there wasn't that little problem of funding your project. That's where we come in. The only issue is that you can't figure out the application form. Nine pages of admin can be intimidating. Don't stress. We've got you and you've got this. We've got to get to know you and your project first. Think of the application form as our first date. First, let's see which sector you fall into. There are 7 sectors, each with their own subsectors. If you know your project, then it'll be easy. Are you planning a live art piece? Take a look at the 5 subsectors: performing arts, theatre, dance, festivals, storytelling, and rituals and events. Tick only the subsector that matches your project. If your project explores cultural and natural heritage, B is for you. Tick either historical places, cultural landscapes, or natural heritage. Getting groovy? We got C. Music. You're either recording it or performing it live. D brings us the visual arts and crafts. Is photography your thing? Maybe you prefer painting, so the fine arts? Or are you Captain Crafts? You want to speak to people? Whether your message takes the form of a film, television, or radio show, or even a podcast, you'll find it here. Maybe your project is practical and involves designing something awesome. Whether you design hot new fashion, killer graphics, or show-stopping furniture, welcome. The box for arts, culture, and heritage support services is here too. If you know, you know. You want to teach? Whether your training project is formal or informal, make your mark. Part 2 is only for those who chose Sector E. Now tell us what you need more help with. Figuring out your project, making it, or perfecting something you've already recorded. Part 3, it's time to tell us which type of grant you are applying for. Tick only one. Now we need to know how much money you need to make your project perfect. Completing a budget before this step is recommended. Emerging grants are for projects that will cost between 10,000 Rand and 20,000 Rand. Micro grants are from 20,001 Rand to 50,000 Rand. Macro grants are between 50,001 Rand and 100,000 Rand. Page 2 brings Sector A, which is all about you and your organization. You should know these details. If you don't, go check a mirror. Are you an established organization or an individual proprietor? Are you qualified to deliver on your promises? What are your goals? What have you achieved in this sector? What structure does your project have, and the details of your team, like gender, age, employment type, ethnicity, and people living with disabilities. Section C is all about your project. We start with the name of the project. If it's in the audiovisual sector, drop the log line below. Leave us stunned. Point 2 should break down the project. Point 3 gets specific about the goals of the project. Point 4 gets down with the smaller details. We want to know, what activities have you planned that will help achieve your goals, and how long each activity is going to take. For point 3, it's all about benefiting previously disadvantaged people. Tell us how your project will make a difference in the lives of the youth, women, and people living with disabilities. We also want to know, how are you helping previously marginalized ethnic groups? Point 5 tells us how you will create jobs. Point 6 may seem short, but if you tick yes, then we need some supporting documents. Attach a summary of the training or mentorship plan and the CV of the trainer. 7 is about sustainability after the grant funding. How will you keep it going? Point 8 is a summary of your fundraising efforts beyond seeking a grant. 9 is where you tell us if an Ecpacc or DSRAC employee is involved with your project. If yes, tell us about them. We need to know, is there a conflict of interest? Point 10 is all about that digital life. Describe how you'll use digital platforms to market your product and engage your audience. Let's talk money, cash, moolah. How will you spend the grant funding? We have a short section on the form for a breakdown, but feel free to attach a full budget. The more we know, the better. After the budget, we want to know how you'll credit us for supporting you. Read the declaration carefully before signing. It makes everything official. Next, read through the 9 points of the administrative requirements. Make sure you have all these documents attached before submitting your application. After that, you'll find the sector requirements. Look for the sector that you are applying for and make sure to attach the documents listed there. Double and triple check your documents. Read through the form a few more times. Make sure that everything is as perfect as you are. Now all that's left is to send it to us. There are 3 options for this: email, posted submission, or hand delivery. Our email address is funding.scU@ecpacc.co.za or send it via post. Our address is P.O. Box 18372, Quickney 5211, or hand delivered it to our Ecpacc or DSRAC offices. You can view our location on our website. Make sure that our officials fill out the office use section on page 1 of this application. That is how they confirm receipt of your application.